You know the moment I'm talking about, right? That sudden, jarring silence from an appliance that's supposed to be humming in the background. Your dishwasher, your washing machine. One second, it's a reliable part of your day, and the next, it's just dead. It's a huge, expensive question mark sitting right there in your home. So, what's the right call? Do you fix it, or do you just replace it?
It all comes down to this one simple thing. According to OSHA, electricity is just the flow of electrons through a conductor. That's it. This invisible river of tiny particles is the force that powers pretty much everything we depend on.
And we totally take it for granted, don't we? It's like the background music of our lives, the whir of the fan, the buzz of the fridge. You only really notice the orchestra when one of the instruments just stops playing.
And bam, that's where you are right now. The machine is silent. The laundry is starting to look like a mountain. You've got a decision to make, and it's not always a clear one. So, where do you even start?
Well, the first thing you need to realize is you are definitely not alone in this. A quick search on a forum like Homeowners Hub shows you tons of people are wrestling with the exact same stuff. This isn't just your problem. It's a shared universal headache.
Okay, so here's the crucial first step. Before you even think about picking up the phone or swiping a credit card, you gotta play detective. Your modern toolbox is the internet. You search for the symptoms, you track down that super important model and serial number, and you dive into communities like Garden Web, where, trust me, someone has almost certainly had your exact problem before.
After a bit of online digging, you've probably got a good idea of what's wrong. And now, you're standing at a crossroads. You've got two clear paths in front of you. Let's take a look down the first one.
All right, path number one is all about resurrection. It's the challenge of taking something broken and, with a little know-how and the right part, making it whole again. It's the sustainable choice, right? A vote for keeping one less giant machine out of a landfill.
And you know what? This path is way more accessible than you might think. You can find awesome free step-by-step guides on sites like iFixit. You can find almost any part you need from huge suppliers like Encompass. I mean, they stock over 8 million parts. And you can follow along with super clear videos that walk you through the whole thing. Sounds pretty good, right?
But hold on a second. Stop right there. Before you even think about cracking open that machine, we need to have a serious talk about safety. Because the fix might seem simple, but the power you're about to deal with is anything but.
Here's the deal. According to OSHA, an electric shock is what happens when your body literally becomes part of an electrical circuit. You become the wire, and the results of that can be, well, devastating.
Now look at this number. 100 milliamps. It doesn't sound like much at all, does it? But that tiny amount of current is enough to cause what's called ventricular fibrillation, a lethal disruption of your heart's rhythm.
And to put that into perspective for you, a small power drill can draw 30 times that amount. The circuits in your house carry more than enough juice to be fatal. So let me be clear, safety isn't a suggestion here. It is the absolute, non-negotiable first step of any repair. So what if that repair just feels too risky, or it's too complicated, or honestly, just too expensive? Well, that's when you find yourself on the second path, replacement. This is the path of shiny new features, total convenience, and that clean slate that comes with a brand new warranty.
And boy, the market is packed with options. Research from places like This Old House helps break it down. You've got LG, which is known for being the most innovative. Whirlpool is famous for its reliability. Bosch is all about durability, and Frigidaire is a great go-to for budget-friendly models. There's really something for everyone.
And let's be real, the manufacturers make this path incredibly tempting. They roll out some pretty powerful incentives to get you to just buy new. You'll see things like bundle savings if you buy more than one appliance, huge holiday sales, and even freebies thrown in. They make it financially really attractive to just start fresh. And it's not just about the sales. A new appliance usually means it's way more energy efficient, which saves you money on your bills. You get all the cool new smart features, a fresh warranty, and of course, an updated look. But maybe the biggest thing is you're buying peace of mind. You're not worrying about what's going to break next month.
Okay, so we've got the hands-on challenge of repair and we've got the shiny promise of replacement. How do you actually make the right call for your situation? Let's build a little framework to help you decide.
First things first, you need some cold, hard data. This old house has a great breakdown of how long you can expect these things to last. You know, if your 15-year-old dishwasher finally gives up, hey, it's lived a good, full life. But if your 3-year-old fridge fails, that's a completely different story. Age is a huge factor here.
But you're probably asking, how in the world do I even know how old my appliance is? Well, there's a tool for that. You can use a site like Appliance 411, pop in the model and serial number, and it'll tell you when it was made. This one piece of info is absolutely critical.
And that all leads us right here to the final decision matrix. Think of this as your cheat sheet. You should seriously consider repair if the machine is pretty new, the part is cheap, and you feel safe doing the work. But you should probably lean towards replacing it if the repair is going to cost more than half the price of a new one, if the appliance is already ancient, or if you're just ready for an upgrade.
And finally, let's just circle back to one last thing. Something that's bigger than your wallet or how your kitchen looks. And that's the environmental impact. Every time you choose to repair something, you're making a choice to reduce waste. And that's a pretty powerful reason to give that old machine a second chance. So, here we are again. You're standing in front of that silent appliance. But now, you've got the framework. You know the right questions to ask, the data you need to find, and all the risks you need to weigh. The power, literally, is back in your hands. So what's your next move?